Who was Spartacus really, a legendary gladiator or a revolutionary hero? This question has puzzled historians for centuries. Born in the harsh landscapes of Thrace, Spartacus was more than just a man. His life was a saga of struggle and resilience. Captured and enslaved by the Romans, his spirit was far from broken. Instead, it was in the heart of this adversity that a warrior was forged. Spartacus was trained as a gladiator, a deadly spectacle for the amusement of the Roman populace. Yet behind the blood and the sweat, a rebellion was brewing. The man who was once a slave was about to challenge the might of the Roman Republic itself. His life was shrouded in mystery and controversy. Many saw him as a symbol of hope, a beacon of resistance, others as a threat to the established order. From a gladiator to a rebel, Spartacus's journey was far from ordinary. A Thracian by birth, Spartacus was no stranger to the harsh realities of life. Born in a region known for its fierce warriors, Spartacus's early life was steeped in conflict and hardship. His world took a drastic turn when he was captured by the Romans and sold into slavery. Here he was thrown into the brutal world of gladiator training, a world filled with blood, sweat, and ceaseless violence. The Romans, in their quest for entertainment, subjected Spartacus and his fellow gladiators to harsh conditions that pushed them beyond their limits. Yet it was under these conditions that Spartacus honed his skills, developing not only his physical prowess but also his strategic mind. He learned how to turn his enemies' weaknesses into his strengths and how to command the attention and respect of those around him. But more than his strength, it was Spartacus's indomitable spirit that set him apart. In 73 BC, Spartacus ignited a flame that would forever mark the pages of history. This was the year Spartacus, along with 70 other gladiators, broke free from the suffocating confines of the gladiator school. Their escape was not a simple dash for freedom, but a meticulously planned operation that demonstrated Spartacus's strategic genius. Once free, the fugitives sought refuge on Mount Vesuvius. Here, they began to form an army, recruiting not only fellow gladiators but also slaves and the dispossessed. This motley crew, under the leadership of Spartacus, transformed into a disciplined fighting force, a rebel army that would shake the Roman Republic to its core. Despite being vastly outnumbered, Spartacus's rebel army scored a series of remarkable victories against the Romans. Not once, not twice, but 3 times they overcame Roman armies sent to quell the rebellion. Each victory boosted their morale and attracted more followers, swelling their ranks. Spartacus's leadership was key in these victories. He was not only a fearless warrior but also a master strategist, using the terrain and the element of surprise to his advantage. However, it wasn't just his military prowess that set Spartacus apart. He was a beacon of hope for the disenfranchised, a symbol of resistance against oppression. He gave people a cause to fight for, a dream of freedom that galvanized them into action. Despite the odds, Spartacus and his men were a force to be reckoned with. Every rebellion has its end, and Spartacus's was no exception. The once formidable gladiator and leader of a slave rebellion met his end on the battlefield. Outnumbered and outmaneuvered, Spartacus and his army faced a crushing defeat against the Roman legions. Spartacus himself is believed to have fallen in this final fight, his body never found, lost in the chaos of the battle. The aftermath of the rebellion was as brutal as the rebellion itself. Thousands of surviving rebels were crucified along the Appian Way, a grim reminder of the power of Rome. Yet the ripples of Spartacus's rebellion were felt throughout the empire. It exposed the vulnerability of a society that depended so heavily on the labor of slaves. It sparked a fear of the enslaved class that led to stricter laws and harsher punishments. But let's not focus solely on the downfall. Spartacus's spirit lived on, his name echoing through the ages. His life has been immortalized in literature, theater, and film, the most notable being Stanley Kubrick's 1960 epic, Spartacus. His story continues to inspire millions around the world, reminding us of the power of hope and the human capacity for freedom. His legacy, then, is not one of defeat but of resistance. It's a legacy of standing up against oppression, of daring to dream of a better life. In death, as in life, Spartacus remains an enduring symbol of resistance and freedom.